Hello guys, Sujara speaking. Welcome to Bedtime Stories, episode number 200, 321. And today I'm going to read you Babe Pig in the Sea. And Dad, if you watch this episode right now of Bedtime Stories, I highly recommend you step away from this episode because I have no idea what to say here. I read this when I was in elementary school. I remember this very fondly. I never seen this book many years ago, but that's just me. Anyway, it's called Babe and It's a Babes and Friends book, and I haven't read this in years. It's published by Random House, and this is the photographs based off the movie. Okay, these are color photos based on the movie. Anyway, it's basically Babe Pig in the Sea. It's been written in this book, and it has some color photos based on the movie. It was written by, I don't know who wrote it. Was written by Justine Corman with pictures based on the movie. And it's a storybook by Justine Corman and Ron Fontes, based on the motion picture screenplay written by George Miller, Julie Morris, and Mark Wampole. Okay? Based on characters created by Dick King Smith. Published by Random House, New York. We're gonna read all this now, okay? I read Pig and Roberts before. I read one book before. Let's just read this now, okay? Okay. Anyway. This is copyright 1998 by Universal Pictures Publishing Rights already reserved. Okay? Once, dear ones, there was makes sense. Anyway. There was once a little pig, with a very big heart, okay? The pig was called Babe, okay? And his human was quiet farmer named Arthur Hoggett, okay? Again, all the odds, this unlikely pair of friends won national sheepdog trials, okay? Babe was famous, okay? Invitations came from all over, from all open fairs, to demonstrate sheep herding, to even meet the Queen. The late Queen Elizabeth II, that is, who died peacefully at the age of 96. Anyway, the fuss was enough to make even the most humble creative giddy. And so it was their small pink friend. Okay, that was basically pictures based on the movie, so there's your answer or anything. Next page. Anyway, it was hurtful, in the next pages. Anyway, in the page of the classic movie. Anyway, it all makes sense. Anyway, Farmer Hoggett was eager to return to the sheep simple pleasures of honest work. But just a few days after the homecoming parade, the quiet man was preparing the farmer water pump. Okay? Babe, still dizzy with fame, somehow he got his head to what he could help. Wow. But fate turned on the moment, and how it took to change everything. But was for Babe to lean over and get a better view on his Hoggett towards Lord, the new pump down the deep well. Boss! Bob cried. Babe cried, something like that. Boss! Anyway, I felt worried for Babe, Anyway, all the animals and humans of Hoggett Hollow were soon gathered around the farmer's sick bed. Anyway, Mrs. Hoggett glared the guilty pig. I felt worried for Babe, made his way to Arthur's side. Babe's throat choked with remove. If ever was a moment in her short life when he was wishing words because stirred by humans, this was it. The Babe whispered, "Sorry, boss." I felt worried for Babe in this point and for Arthur Hoggett. They're both great teams, They don't need to be dismissed, Just don't do that again, Babe, I was one time at the time was Babe and not really at the time Babe. In the page you can see, my dad thought it was funny, I'd be watching his dad. It's for you. Next page. Anyway, life in August Farm took a turn for the worse. Even before her Arbor's clemency, Mrs. Hoggett, it had been endlessly busy. Now the farmer's wife was overwhelmed with nursing her husband, working the barn and trying to pay the bills. One day, Mrs. Hoggett looked up at yet another chore to see the two men in suits. By the pale faces and sore eyes, she knew the man could only have come to one place: the bank. Wow. Mrs. Hoggett panicked. She ran back to the farmhouse as fast as her legs would carry her. She didn't follow her invitation, babe, to a state fair, and all they had to do was show up. They paid a generous fee that would keep the bank at bay until our offer was on a fee again. Exactly, 100%, you know? That's just me. Next page. Anyway, I don't know what to do next. It's just too much, you know? I don't know what to say here. Babe tried hard to keep her courage during the plane trip to the sea. He's always singing his favorite tune, la 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 la, la 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 la. But the roar of engines drowned him out. And then they ran. Babe found himself in the big room and it's full of suitcases. Okay, that makes more sense there. He and Mrs. Hoggett were supposed to catch a connecting flight, but the noisy dog in the airport, security started barking at Babe. The next thing he knew, the bus's wife was being taken away by custom officers. Wow. Mrs. Hoggett was questioned, searched and finally released, but not before she and Babe had missed their flight. Wow. They were stranded. Wow. Anyway, Mrs. Hoggett soon discovered that hotels did not welcome pigs. It was only a little pig, she told one desk clerk. Well, it was more than a dog, really, she told another. It was practically human, she defiantly explained to the next. Nor can any stay in the airport. Move on, lady. This isn't a farm. A scary guard told him. I don't know what to say here. It just makes no sense, you know. They have nowhere to go. But then the night clear came over and handed Mrs. Hoggett a little piece of paper with the address. The Freelands Hotel. 349 Ram Canal. She woke up in the night cleaner's pink, round face. He looked back at her with tiny, twinkly eyes, just like Babe's. Agree, 100%. It just makes more sense than Stranger according to the movie. I have to agree, it's good advice. You know? Next page. Anyway. Now, Babe and Mrs. Hoggett made their way through the bustling metropolis, okay? Metropolis, anyway. Finally, after traveling through a maze of back streets and bridges, they found a Freelance Hotel, okay? Mrs. Hoggett knocked on their door. I need a room for myself and the wee pig, she said when the landlady answered. Are you crazy? The landlady shrieked. Animals in here? What makes you think we take animals? And I'm aware of the state codes and regulations, yes. But to support these laws, certainly. And I'm a very lawful person. She slammed the door shut. Okay, I don't know what to do next. Miss Hoggett did not know where to go. She walked uncertainly around the door. She heard a psst. The landlady was silently to her was the dark alley. How long do you want to stay? She whispered. 2 days. Miss Hoggett replied. When the attic room do? The landlady asked. Miss Hoggett was confused, but you said this had to just for the neighbors' heartless meanies, okay? The landlady explained, would you just expect the poorest creatures to go? I don't know about this. Now, the landlady let Mrs. Hoggett and Babe inside her hotel, and up the stairs, and on the second landing, a little dog zipping of the doorway and stares sniffing Babe all over. The little dog's name was Felix. Okay. Okay, I don't know what's the knock on the door response. Anyway, and his crypto black legs were mounted on wheels. Wow. The city dog had never seen a creature like Babe before. Canine, Felix guessed. Then he sniffed again. Feline? Oh no, you're a cat. Do I look like a cat? Babe asked. Oh man. Felix thought we almost had the bat of his nose. Not sure? He said, but you're a cat, you got no business on this floor. I don't know. Feel like he's a pig, you know? Next page. Anyway. Okay. After they got in their room, Mrs. Hoggett went back in the streets to called their husband, okay? While she was gone, a tiny monkey named Tug, okay, creeped in the room, okay? And scampered off in her suitcase. Hey, that belongs to the boss's wife, Babe cried. He chased the monkey down the steps in the room on the first floor. Wow. Babe found a family of chimpanzees living like humans. Babe politely asked for the suitcase, but the chimps Bob, his brother, Easy, and Bob's pregnant wife, Zooey, was not impressed. Wow. I may be small, but I can be featureless, Babe warned. The chimps back off, but only because it is arrived with a bigger ape, dressed in a butler's uniform. Felonious, the Ordean, have announced it. Anyway, Felonious was even less impressed with Babe. The lousy, handsome, deeply intrusive mud lover is a pig, he declared. Wow. I don't know about this, Felonious. It's just too much. Anyway, their conversation was interrupted by the arrival of Uncle Fugly, played by the late Mickey Rooney. Anyway, the old clown who owned the apes. Anyway, at the moment, Mrs. Hoggett returned to the, discovered that both her suitcase and her pig gone. The landlady begged Mrs. Hoggett not to call the police. Jesus. We were certainly closer down her hotel when they discovered all the animals. Uncle Fugly heard the conversation and quickly hit the pig in the truck. But that's my human, protested. Shh, Polonius hissed. Wow. I don't care about the clothes, Miss Hoggett said, but the pig I can't go home without my harvest pig. Uncle Fugly pretended he could see the pig leaving the hotel and head towards the beach. Okay. You know, at the time, yes, I just don't know what to say here, but it's just too much when I come up with my Jeff Crick review of Babe Pig to say. It's just too much. I don't know what to say. I just can't. Anyways, next page. Anyway, now, at Mrs. Hoggett's search for Babe, she accidentally installed a pair of motorcycle cops with cries of pig, pig, pig. The cops tore off after and crashed into a guy who was trying to take her purse. Jesus, why were you even bother with that? In the pile-up that followed, 2 men gluing up in the giant poster who was knocked off. Their ladders, The bucket of glue fell off Miss Hoggett's head. The farmer's wife soon found herself purseless, arrested and very, very sticky. Jesus, why even bother showing up? Meanwhile, Babe, was making a stage debut. Uncle Fugly had stolen the pig, and so he can use him in the vaudeville act. Now, Mickey Rooney, the late George Burns, Gracie Allen, there's a lot of vaudeville acts in the 1920s, early 30s. You know, it's just too much when Uncle Fugly played by the late Mickey Rooney at the time. It's just too much. I just don't know what to say here. But the pig is just... making a vaudeville ad is just too much, unfortunately. But anyway, I love stages, but really, come on now. Innocent Pig has agreed to perform an unstated interchange for the big award. Babe hoped that whatever the award was, it was help to save the farm. But after the show, Babe didn't get an award. In fact, he didn't even get dinner. Uncle Fugly kept all the food for himself. Felonius, who loves Uncle Fugly very much, defended him to the hungry chimps. You mindless knuckle walkers, you don't deserve his kindness. He put the very clothes on their backs. He taught us to walk upright. He freed our hands to our work. Jesus. Why even bother showing up? I mean, at the time, yes, it's just, number one, I don't know, and two, it's just, that didn't say that in the movie. Uncle Fugly is in the hospital at one point, and yeah, I mean, during my Jeff Crick review of Babe Picking the Sea, I said that I made heavy metal reviews and of Pantera Damage Plan, things like that. Those heavy metal acts, and somehow, and I managed to talk to Makara May so badly, and her ex-boyfriend, which I won't say much in the video per se anymore, but I haven't talked to Makara in years, but now it's just too much. Anyway, but he didn't give me my award, protested Babe. That's just sad, you know? Forrest moved Babe out of the window, splash. You know, he's a sheep pig, for God's sakes. What else is new? The Pigland, the kale, who's next? Formed as the colored chimps? No. You know, that didn't happen in the movie. And there's a pit bull who's gonna hit Babe and splash and hit and eat the collar. You know, that's just me. Anyway, Babe drives himself at the collar and back in the hotel. There's no warriors there. He asked Zooey. Wow. Oh, little big thingy. Zooey replied, "This is a C." The next morning, Uncle Fugly got sick and was carried off to the hospital. Yeah, I have to agree. Yeah. Too much. Yeah. Florence was debated. Babe was lonely, scared, and hungry. The farmer's beloved man, in a few words, they were strong. Were staring to seem more and more like a dream. I don't know. I mean, those things didn't happen in the movie. The splash part, unfortunately. Uncle Fugly got tripped over. Unfortunately, that was not happening. You know, that's just me. Anyways, next page. Anyway, the long day passed, and no humans returned to the Felands Hotel. Babe's belly moaned, "Food, oh food." Finally, Bob decided to take action. You know, I don't know what to say here, but it's just really too much. Babe followed the chimps outside. "I'll do anything I have to eat," he cried. You don't even have hands." Easy said, I don't do. It's just too much. Anyway, I can hear a sheep, Babe said. It's just, at the time, I don't know what to do. It's too much. I have to follow that sheep pig Babe. Sheep grab you, Bob you for Babe. First movie, it was a great idea, That gave Bob an idea. He led Babe back in the Carnage store and pulled open a small hole in the fence, There's a sheep in there, he said. "No, beware savage dogs. I don't see any sheep around here, We just want me to hear them." Babe has to see squeeze through a hole. "Just keep it occupied till we get the necessaries," Bob replied carefully. In the first Babe movie, he just, said they'll say bar ram you, and then all of a sudden have some sheep going ah. But here that was making me. It's also good enough. Dad, if you're watching this, it was a great movie, but this is a parts of it was a terrible book and things like that. Anyway, it's not a terrible book. It's just maybe too much. Anyway, hello, Babe called. Anybody home? Huge doorman, large out of the shells and snarled at the pig. Jesus. I'm looking for some sheep, Babe explained. Any more smoking growl, rubbing the shells. Suddenly a bull terrier came charging straight at Babe. No, it's a pit bull, you know. The pig turned and ran. Snap. The dog's heavy chain stopped at him, and just the pig wriggled out of the fence. Where are your manners? Babe asked. I was just trying to have some simple conversation. Yeah. Ball ram you. To increase the shabby shoe. I don't know how to pronounce these words, sorry. Sheep ram you, ball ram you. Anyway. Next page. Anyway. The pole terrier wrongs the Babe again. Now, this is how he pulled the stake hole in his chain right out of the ground. Babe run as fast as the little Taurus run would take him. He would turn the corner and found himself in the Corbird City. Now, right now it's already 8:46, but you know that's just me. Anyway, I'm gonna do this in an hour-long episode, but that's just me. Anyway, and now he pill high with the boxes with discovered a community as homeless animals. Anyway, Babe tried everything to lose their dogs, but the coral crannies were in his tail. It's too much. Anyway, Babe ran in the garden, the pole terrier closing his heels, the dog's chain hugging the lawnmower, but even that didn't slow him down. Oh man. Babe ran past the guy's boo. The bull terrier came crashing down towards him, dragging the lawnmower, okay? All Babe could do was keep running. Thought he was too tired to go on. He stopped and looked into his eyes through a pressure and wondered why. Okay. The next page is this. The animals from Corbird City watches a bull terrier launch towards Babe's collar. Jesus. It seems that the pig was doomed. Then suddenly Babe's leather collar broke. Jesus. He fell in the candle. Then the bull terrier jumped after him. Then the one more at the end is a chain cut tangle around a newspaper vending machine. You know, when Babe, I felt worse for Babe's leather collar. You know, I just don't know what to do next with Babe, you know. Jim and Robin were, at the time, with the news business. The vending machine is just like, God. Anyway, the bull terrier found himself dangling upside down. His head hung just inches above the wire. The bull terrier swiped savagely at his own reflection, and the chain slipped. Now his head was under the wire. Exactly, 100%. Anyway, then Babe pulled himself onto the bank and shook himself dry. He was alive. He was free. Then he looked back at the bull terrier. Bubbles crouched beneath the dark wire. The dog was drowning. The homeless animals turned away. The Babe cannot. He jumped back in the canoe and swam to the small boat. Troy was frantically slapping the water. The little pig managed to push the boat towards the bull terrier. I agree with it. My Jeff Craig review, I just don't know what to say next. It's just one of those, recipes from my Jeff Craig series. Next page. Anyway, well, Babe showed up the boat under the dog's body, coughing and smarting. The bull terrier managed to pull himself up in the wire. He was alive, but still taking the chain. Please, someone give us a hand, Babe called. The little tug jumped down and clipped the dog's chain from his carrier. Called someone that, excuse me. Babe swam back on dry land. Huffing and puffing. Yeah, I call my babe, Three Little Pigs. Anyways, next page. Anyway. Then, suddenly, the tired pig was surrounded by foreign animals. A dragged pig Poe said, "Kind sir, can you help me? Where is your human?" Babe asked. "They belong to someone else now. Some younger and prettier," the Poe said sadly. I never had a human," barked a managery dog who could not stop scratching. A starving kitten squeaked squeakily, "I'm hungry." Babe did not know what to do. "Well, it's nice to have warm inside the Hill Hotel." He began. "Yeah, exactly, babe. You gotta do something." Anyway, Bob stepped forward. "That's not a good idea," he said. "You know, it's just too much." Oh, man. Then an old dog noticed a jar of jelly beans, stolen it from the convention store that the chimp carried. "Could that be food?" he asked. Bob clenched the jar to his chest. "Have mercy, I'm faint from hunger," the Poe pleaded. 100 voices begged Babe from food. "Perhaps we all went inside and lined up. I'm sure there'll be enough to go around," Babe suggested. "Hey, you're talking as if you're in charge around here," Bob challenged. "You know, Bob, I don't know what to say next. It's just too much, you know. That's just me." Anyways, next page. Anyway. I will growl, silence the growl. A gruff voice said, "I'll say he is." The bull terrier stepped forward. "Whatever this pig says, goes." Exactly. All the animals quickly agreed, including Bob. While the animals started filling into the hotel, the bull terrier asked Babe if he will wear this spike collar. "You are very kind, but it's not necessary," Babe said. "Pig," said the bull terrier, "if you were the mind that color, it would be honoring me." I have to agree. Babe put on the collar. Together, he and the bull terrier went inside to oversee the starting of the jelly beans. But a few jelly beans apiece was not enough. "Still hungry," moaned the tiny kitten. "My tummy feels all thingy," Zooey complained. But her pain had nothing to do with hunger. Yeah, exactly. It's just too much. Anyway, soon Zooey, Carol, and Harms, a pair of tiny chimps. "I'm an uncle," Easy explained. Bob started to wonder at his twins and breathed twice. All the animals congratulated the new mother. Bill Terrier said, "On behalf of all of us all. I'm sure that Chief would like to extend our special welcome to listen up." Anyway, suddenly all eyes were on Babe. The little pig was not prepared to make a speech, so he decided to sing a song instead. La 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 la. One by one, all the animals joined in, except Thelonious and the orchestra caution, but no one could hear him over the wolfing, Maui, and Howie. Furry Head was too much. I just don't know what to say next. The singing was so loud that I was carried to a nearby church, where a duck named Furry Head, was resting for the quest. Yes, dear ones. Babe's old friend had followed him all the way to the city. Okay. And now the song led him to the Freelands Hotel. "You look different," Furryhead said when he first saw Babe. Yeah, well, this place can really take you out of here, Babe explained. Tell me about it, the dog agreed. But hey, I'm with my lucky pig, Sug and Snug and save it last. I don't know. But was he? I don't know. It just makes a lot of difference, makes sense. The next page is terrible. Why? Cause Crash, a woman in the lab coat, motorcycle cop, and several border burst into freelance and started grabbing at the animals. One rare seized furry hand by the throat. A supper, he laughed. Babe rushed in the rear, but he easily got by the pig and cried, "Your breakfast." Shut up! I don't know what to say here. It's just, you writers are just too much. Then the bull terrier charged, and Babe and Furryhead escaped. But the dog was muzzled and chained. Bob was shot with a train tracer dart as he tried to protect Zooey and the twins. "Please, Polonius, do something," Zooey begged. But the organism did not know what to do. A terrible struggle followed. The chimps and Polonius were captured. Again, what does that have to do with it? Along the most of the other, animals. And Cora Drudgers hurled the animals into the waiting van. Again, that was just too much. No way. This is just stupid, I ever seen. Next page. Anyway, this one's useless, one writer said, tossing Felix out of the van. The scrubby little dog's bit in the woman's lab coat. She kicked him away, but him caught in the van's door. But, determined to save his friends, Felix clung to the woman's dress, even as the van drove away. "Felix," Babe called, "let go." And at each turn in the van, the woman's helm tore just a little more as the crumpled dog swung closer and closer, to the van's back wheels just before the tires just could crush him. The dress ripped, and Felix went flying. The dog trampled head over wheels in the desert side street. Babe, Tug, and Furryhead found him laying on the gutter. "Felix," Babe asked. He looked at the dog's snout. "Are you okay?" "Don't worry," Felix said. "I got the snit. They went this way." Babe sniffed the air. "Actually, Felix, I think it's that way." It's too much, This is just, again, too much, Next page. Anyway, Babe followed the scent of his captured friends through the city to the University Hospital complex. In the room of the top floor, they found the animals. It's a paintness," Pop cried. "Cheap, I'm proud of you," the boat terror barked. "Man, essentially we stayed calm, man was uptight, formation, and proceeded in orderly fashion," said the little sheep pig. May suggest we do it real fast, Furryhead quack. Meanwhile, Mrs. Soggett was in court. Lucky for her, the judge hearing his case never forgotten the pigs of his childhood. Perhaps it was these fond memories, or maybe his own row. Pig face and tiny, twinkly eyes. But whatever the reason, the judge begged and said and cried, "Case dismissed." Farmer's wife was free. Mrs. Hoggett hurried back in the Freelands Hotel. She found Babe's footprints and dirt spilled on the floor. The landlady was eager to find her animals, as Mrs. Hoggett was to find Babe. She wanted Mrs. Hoggett the only clothes she had that would fit her. Uncle Fugly's spare cloud costume. Exactly. I don't know what to say next. It's just too much. You know, next page. Anyway. So Miss Target and the family were on the trial to the beastly brood. They were Uncle Fugly's double bicycle. To the University Hospital. Then Mrs. Target found a kitchen helper. We were looking for some animals. A pig, cat, dogs, monkeys, that sort of thing, she said. And at this very moment, the elevator doors in the back of the hospital kitchen slid open. The last-minute chief chef dropped an armful pots and pans and arrived with a pig, cats, dogs, and monkeys. Pig, pig, the farmer cried. Mrs. Target reached for her arbor's pig, but the hot-headed chef, meanwhile, grabbed her by the clown suit, trick, suspenders. Jesus, how that gonna work? Strap, stretch, and stretch until they stretched no farther. With a loud whack, Miss Target got shot backward. Stupid! I don't know what to say here, it's just too much. Anyway. Babe started after her. Furry, the boss's wife, she's here. To Felonious, the figure in the clown suit, looking at his beloved Uncle Fugly himself, yeah. The organ believe I thought I saw himself. Yeah, it's too much. Yeah, next page. Anyway. But there was no time for tender reunions. The Friday chase went from the kitchen to the nearby ballroom, where there's a fancy charity banquet was in process. Miss Target tried to hold off the chef and the waiters the fire extinguisher. Exactly. But she soon found herself scored on the balcony. Her only chance to swing it over her side. She grabbed one of the golden drapes that hung from the ceiling. She swung across the room, then fled the drape to her suspenders. Trick suspenders, excuse me. I'm Esme Coordinator Hoggett, and I'm come from my office, pig. Exactly, she cried. Anyway. Then she binge jumped off the balcony and bounced toward the chef, and who had grabbed Pig, babe, something like that. But Mrs. Hoggett only managed to capture the chef's hat. Wow, stupid. Anyway, but on the next swing, she landed on a food trolley and rolled in the neck right in the shaft. But Babe was thrown free and landed in a mountain of creamy cakes. Mix. Good job, chef. Good job. The chef grabbed the Miss Hoggett feet and started swinging her by the trick stockings. Then Babe butted the chef and in the knees. And the farmer's wife went to flying the waiter, who pulled the do not pull tag on the clown suit. Suddenly the clown suit inflated and bit Miss Hoggett turned into human balloon. I don't know what to say next. In these past videos I saw on YouTube about Miss Hoggett's butt video on YouTube, I was like laughing my ass off. Excuse my language, but it was very hilarious. Anyways, we're almost done with the book. Next page. Anyway. Okay. Scary cars rushed in the ballroom. Waiters tried to hear Babe towards the guards. Miss Hoggett made another swing, but the chef had grabbed a gold drape of his own and swung right into her, throwing her off the course. Suddenly, Felonious sprang into action. Okay? The graceful ape climbed up in the column. Okay? Grabbed a golden drape and swung across the ballroom to land at Miss Hoggett's side. Then meanwhile, he started a human in white costume. Miss Hoggett gave a shy smile. Then she looked down. Scary guards had captured her pig. Jesus, why I get anything so stupid? Anyway, Felonious deserted the chef. Miss Hoggett bounced down and grabbed her off his pig. Finally, Babe was safe in his human's arms. Thank you. Good job. Anyway, that should make more sense. Anyway, it should make more difference. Anyway, but the chimps who have taken sulfur and the chandelier were in big trouble. The weight of the pig, the organ, something like that, the farmer's wife caused the huge pigs to fall. All the chimps escaped except for one of the babies. He was stuck on the ceiling, clinging to the fragile fragment of plaster. Felonious, Babe cried. The organ was busy helping Miss Hoggett to her feet. Up the ceiling, the Babe's chimp sneezed. The plaster broke. Look, Babe commanded. The Felonious looking up and just in time for the hold it up in his arms and catch a tiny chimp. Thank you, cried Zooey and Bob. Felonious looked thoughtful, then said, thank the pig. Now, when I was thinking in my head, it was like, oh no. And then it was like, thank the pig. What the? I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, it was like, if you go way back in my childhood, that was just me. Anyway, Scarlet Metron lead the banquet side. Okay, much more exciting than last year, she said, with the twinkle in his tiny pig-like eyes. Things always be put back in the ways they were, but sometimes two broken halves could be making something even better. So it was that the Felix Hotel was rented out in the dance hall. Hoggett's farm became a sanctuary for the landlady's animals. The city's animals quickly acquired the taste of the country's life. The chimps took to the trees, where the babies grew up strong, healthy, and chimpish. Felix found a place in the little slow, so he took to chasing trucks. After the organism, Felonious insisted on staying in the farmhouse for herself. The bull terrier found romance with the poodle, and together they have puppies. Yes. And the last page of the book stating that this. And finally, dear ones, the pig and the farmers was content again in each other's company. Things were getting back to started, more and less. And Arthur Hoggett finally fixed as well. And as clear as water gushed from the tap, farmer turned in his pig and said simply, "Thou do, pig, thou do." So that was Babe, Pig, and the... Oh my god, this is a kind and silly heart can mend a sorry world. So that was Babe, Pig, and the Sea, the movie storybook. What do I think about this? I have to see how long this book I read is on. Oh my god. 45 minutes of taping time. And, you know, if I tape this, like, in so far, I've been wanting to tape this for 30 minutes originally, but this episode takes a cake, you know. It's just like my episode basically based off of the book I read for an hour, so many minutes long. Now I take a cake. So what do I think about Babe, Pig, and the Sea movie storybook? It was amazing. So far, this book was a success. That was Bedtime Stories episode number, without 321. Hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned for the next one. It's gonna be, little going book about, George W. Bush. Till next time, Sue Jones and Papa So Baby. Go on Bedtime Stories episodes, guys. Be so. Till then, excuse me. Take a deep breath a little bit. Josie out. See ya.